Around the world, tech companies are being pressured to join in the war on terror and ISIS.
Lawmakers have called on the industry to do more. President Obama even addressed it in his Oval Office speech Sunday night.
I will urge high-tech and law enforcement leaders to make it harder for terrorists to use technology to escape from justice.
Well, CNET senior editor Jeff Bakalar is here to talk to us a little bit about what can be done.
Yeah, this is a very dicey subject. Concerns over privacy have been in the forefront of a conversation about technology and social media and how we interact with that for months and months, if not years. It's always been an issue, but obviously more relevant recently. It's a really tough situation because you have millions and millions of users for social networks, internet companies that just, have privacy concerns, have concerns about their products they use if their information is kept private. And then you have the government coming and saying, well, we need to really have backdoor access to these services that hundreds of millions of people use. It's a very complicated subject, and somewhere in the middle, we all have to meet on it.
There's a big debate over encryption. Can you explain what it is and what is going on with these apps?
So encryption is simply a way for applications to talk to each other and send information securely without anyone being able to sort of peer into that. So if I have a program and you have the same program, those two programs have encryption keys that allow the sort of unlocking of that information, so we can both see it without it being encrypted and sort of jumbled up. Information that's not encrypted is just called plain text. So that's basically like, snail mail, right? Encryption is information sent across the internet that is secured on both sides of the equation.
And so the non-encrypted stuff is the kind of stuff that the government would be able to, with a warrant and all that,
or
be
anybody.
able to see, or anybody would be able to see. But the encrypted stuff would be more difficult. They'd have to go to the companies and ask them to unlock this stuff. So give me an idea. What are companies doing to help in this area? And should they be doing more?
Well, it's tough, and this is like I said, it's a really complex situation. I think a lot of the tech companies like Twitter and Facebook, they clearly want to help out. This is not something that they're really holding their ground on. The privacy issue aside, a lot of this has been left in a lot of this power, a lot of this responsibility has been put in the hands of users. I mean, Facebook has 1.5 billion people using their service. No one can wrap their heads around all that information going back and forth. A lot of that social policing has been useful in sort of reporting potentially nefarious posts and activity, and Twitter has the same sort of situation going on with that. A lot of the argument says, hey, maybe Twitter and Facebook, as much as they want to help out, perhaps they're not qualified to be doing counterterrorism work.
Right.
I don't know if I disagree with that. I think that's a logical sort of notion. So you sort of have to find out where all these pieces land and say, okay, well, maybe there's a way we can all work together.
Is there a solution? Can they work together and find that balance?
I don't know. I think there has to be, right? We have to do something. This is getting out of hand. But, it's going to take a lot of diplomacy and sort of working together to figure that out, all while, delicately balancing the issues of privacy and those concerns that users have, which are valid. I mean, that's a serious issue as well.
Right.
So somewhere in the middle, hopefully, this can get taken care of.
And all while someone else is writing a program to make whatever they're doing even more private, right? How do you catch up?
And that's the thing. And if it's not going to be on Twitter, if it's not going to be on Facebook, another app could be developed by anyone in the world.
Yeah.
Let's keep that in mind, because all of this stuff really deals with American-made software and code. A program that's made overseas that only a few people are using, as long as there's access to the internet, that's a hazard as well.
Jeff Bakalar, thank you so much.